Hey guys, it's Jeremy from SalesGodCRM. In this video, I want to go over the SalesGodCRM Messenger. The Messenger is arguably one of the most important parts of the software because this is where your primary action is going to happen on a daily basis. Your goal, once you have your account up and running, is to be focused in here, looking for people who are replying back to your messages, saying that they're interested and they want to learn more about what you have to offer, regardless if it's a product, a service, or a solution. Now, to open up a message, all you have to do is you're going to click over here, and it's going to open up the conversation thread on the right. As you can see, here's the lead's first and last name. Directly underneath that, you have their phone number, and then over here on the right, you have the ability to call them using our dialer. So if you haven't used the dialer yet, you definitely want to use that feature because the dialer gives you the ability to call people back using the same phone number that you sent them the text from. So that's real convenient. The only thing with the dialer though is you have to make sure that you don't enable call forwarding on the phone number that you rent within SalesGod, otherwise the dialer won't work. So now back to the Messenger, let's talk about that. So as I said, the important thing with the Messenger is that you're focusing in here throughout your business day, looking for replies, people replying back to you saying, yes, I'm interested, that sort of thing. As you can see right here, replies are highlighted in green, and outbound messages are highlighted in blue. And if you want to reply back to the lead, all you're going to do is reply to them down here, and that message goes out to them in real time. Now, some of the other things that you could do within the Messenger is you could create quick replies just by going over here to message templates. You could add a quick reply message in here to your message templates that will show up in the dialer, because as you can see right here, I have several message templates here. So if I want to go back to that person I was just looking at, and if I click down here, there's the templates right in here. So in your business, if you're getting a lot of questions every single day, basic questions like how much, who is this, can you do this or that, etc. What you want to do is write the answer to those questions under message templates, and then just access them in here. You just click on it, and it pops it into the message in here, and you click send. That way, that's one way that you're going to save a lot of time and hassle of having to reply back to everyone, is just by using the quick reply templates in here. Now, the second thing that you want to do within the Messenger is you want to be tagging people up here. Tagging is imperative, guys, because if you're not tagging your leads, you have no way to know exactly how the lists that you're purchasing are performing for you. Every lead that you get should have some type of a tag associated with them. For example, cold, warm, and hot, traditional sales dispositions that anyone who's done sales for years, they know exactly what those labels are for. Now, in your account, once you first get started with it, you're going to have several preset labels in here that are already set up. Now, you don't have to use our labels if you don't want to, but you should have tags created that you can use, and you'll start applying to your leads as you move forward with this. So to add tags to your account, all you have to do is on the left, click on tags, and then this is what you want to look for. Now you just click on the button up top, add tags, give it a name, color code the tag so you can easily distinguish it, and then save it. Now remember, you don't have to attach the tag to a workflow if you don't want to do that. That's something that's not necessary, because that's not always necessary, because you could create tags that are essentially just like buckets, if you will, where you put leads into it, just so that you could have them separated from your main list. But like I said, you want to be creating tags here so that you can keep your leads organized, and you know exactly what funnels, what particular segments of your list, what they're actually doing. The tags just help you keep them separated. Now back to the Messenger. So when you tag somebody, guys, all you're going to do is click on the label, the little tag icon over here, click on the drop-down menu, and then you select the tag, just like that. And then it's going to add it to that. It's going to add it to this person's record here. You can attach multiple tags to one lead if you want to, but for best results, it's always good just to start out with just having one tag at a time, because that keeps it simple. Now, some of the other things that you could do within the Messenger is you could view the historic conversation with the lead all the way back to message number 1 simply by scrolling up and then just going down. So for example, if you save this person's message thread because maybe they told you previously they're interested in working with you but not right now, You could just save it by tagging it, and then when it comes time to call them back again, just scroll up, review the conversation, what was said back and forth, and then you refresh your memory, and you could call them again. Now another efficient way to save information about a lead on the lead's record itself is by clicking on contact info over here. And what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down, and down at the bottom, this is what we want to see, the notes feature. The notes feature gives you the ability to put in more in-depth information in here about the record, the person that you're talking with, just in there. So if they're telling you in-depth information about what their needs are, etc., or maybe specific events like their birthday, their anniversary, I would add them in here, guys, and then save it. You just click on the edit button, everything highlights in green, indicates that it's saved, and then you just close it. Now, as you just saw under contact info, you could tag the lead over here on this window as well. See right there, guys? You just click on the little drop-down menu, you apply the tag just like that, and then you save it. This is a great window, though, because when you scroll up, you see that you have the lead's first and last name, their phone number, all their contact information should be right in here. Because any information that you upload on your list will be right in here because you're going to map it over to the software. You could even add the person's picture as well to the record itself if they're a long-term customer, and having the person's picture attached to the record is helpful for you. So, but a super important feature, and the last feature that I want to point out, is the scheduled message feature. This is also huge because of the simple fact that you could schedule text messages to go out to people on specific days and times. For example, let's say that you're setting an appointment with somebody for tomorrow at 3 o'clock. What you would want to do is come here and have a scheduled message go out to them maybe 2 or 3 hours in advance of that appointment, just letting them know, hey, I look forward to speaking with you later today at 3 o'clock. That way, this text message goes out to them right to their phone, and they can't tell you, oh, I missed the appointment because I didn't get a calendar invite. This is the more direct way to do it. So utilize these features, guys. These are super, super important, and it's going to make your life a lot easier. So, like I said, your goal throughout your normal business day should be to leave SalesGodCRM opened up on a separate browser tab on your computer. You want to be logged in using Google Chrome, not Firefox or Microsoft Edge. It has to be Google Chrome. And then what you want to do is just be clicking back on SalesGod throughout the day, just looking for people who are replying and saying, I'm interested, and they're asking questions, that sort of thing. As you can see right here, guys, I have some people that are replying yes to my messages. So this shows you that it's working. I'm a product of the product. If it works for me, it can work for you, because it doesn't matter the type of business that you're in. We're all focused on sales, guys. And the way to get sales is by connecting with more people on a daily basis. And this software gives you the ability to do that. Now, the last thing I want to show you that's connected to the Messenger is the autoresponder. If you've not set up the autoresponder in your account yet, you definitely want to do that. Every new account should have a default autoresponder set up already. So if you click on autoresponder on the left in your account, you should see it. It should look exactly like this. You click on the little edit button, and it should be set up just like this. So now you could edit, you could change the autoresponder if you want to. As you can see, I have a simple message right in there. Basically, this message is going to go out to people when they reply to me saying that they're interested, or they're asking questions like how much, or I'm interested, etc. So you could do the same thing. You could put in keywords that are related to your business and the niche that you're in. Like, for example, if you want to give people quotes online, you could just put in the word quote in there. So if a person replies back with a keyword quote, they get this message sent back to them, an auto response where it's some type of a call to action. Maybe you want to send them a link to your calendar, or maybe you want to send them a link to your website. Either way, you want to use this feature here, because this will send that message out to them right away when they reply back with a keyword-based response. Now, if you set up a delay, a message delay is also really important as well, because the message delay feature will tell the system to wait just a couple of minutes before sending the reply back to the lead, so it looks more human. It doesn't look like a computer doing it. You want the auto response to give it a little bit of a delay, at least 2 or 3 minutes before that response goes to the recipient's phone, because they will be more likely to interact with it. And like I said, you could add your calendar link there, a link to your website in that message so that they get that right away. And this is one of the best ways to send links to people as well, guys, because you can't send a link to people on the first message in your first outgoing message. You have to have the link in the autoresponder, because the autoresponder, once they reply, they typically, it's like they have opened the door and they say yes, and then the autoresponder sends them that link saying, okay, here you go. So you want to keep that in mind. So if you're wanting to get links to people, like a link to your website, calendar, etc., this is how you do it. So, and then lastly, remember, back to the messenger, you want to be watching the messenger panel over here as well throughout the day, because if you're not directly logged into the messenger, you can see this little red light flashing. It indicates that I have an unread message in my messenger. So if I click on it, it'll take me right to it, and I'll see the unreads in there, just like that. So if you don't leave SalesGod open up to here throughout the day, just make sure that you have it opened up in general. That way you can spot it when you have an unread message in there. And lastly, remember, Messenger can be used on mobile phones. So if you have an iPhone, and let's say you're going out to lunch, make sure that you stay logged in on Safari on your phone, because once you're logged in on Safari, it's going to look exactly like this. You can access the messenger, you can reply to people on your phone using Safari, and not miss any opportunity to chat with people and to continue managing your pipeline even while you're away. Ideally, guys, you should be getting a 10% response rate or better from your text message marketing. That means that you should be getting at least, if you're sending 500 to 1,000 messages per day, you should be getting at least 5 or 10 people a day, serious people who are interested in talking with you about the services that you can offer and how you can help them. If you're not getting back leads every single day, hot leads, people who want to talk with you, reach out to us. Reach out to our tech support team, because we can help you configure your account and also help you change up the messages that you're sending out so that you get a better response rate. So once again, thank you for using SalesGodCRM. If you have any additional questions about the messenger, reach out to me and I'll be glad to help you out. My name's Jeremy. If you want to give me a call, you can reach me at area code 417-372-7811. I look forward to speaking with you. Have a great day. Bye.